Dear students, in this session, we are going to see about the reduction of the electric field by the polarization of dielectric. That means, in a dielectric material, when the external electric field is applied, the polarization process will occur. So, due to this polarization process, the external electric field value will be reduced. That is a reduction of electric field by the polarization of dielectrics. Let us see that there is a two plates, the positive and the negative charges are there. So always the electric field will be moving from positive to negative charge. That is a E naught is a external electric field vector. So this is a dielectric material. So the dielectric material is placed in the external electric field. So what will happen? Polarization will take place. That means the dipoles are created. The dipole means the two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance, and hence each dipole possesses a dipole moment. So this picture shows that the dipole moment will be acting along the external electric field vector. But look at the picture. So this is the negative positive, then the negative positive, negative positive, negative. These are all the molecules. Molecules are not separated. The atoms in the molecules are not separated, but the positive and negative charges are separated by a small distance due to the external electric field nature. So due to the effect of the external electric field, the dipoles are created, hence it possesses the dipole moment. Let us come to this point. So the positive, this positive and this negative, and this positive and this negative, and this positive and this negative will get cancel each other. So cancel each other, cancel each other, cancel each other, and hence only this side negative and this side negative only present in the dielectrics. So the inside the dotted line, all the positive and negative will be cancel out each other. Only the side, the ends of the dielectrics only possess the charges. So that will be opposite to the external plate. So if it is a positive charge, means here it is a negative charge. So negative positive will be induced. This is a induced charges that will be developed dipole moment charges. So this is that we can put that polarized charges. This is a surface charge density, negative surface charge density and positive surface charge density. This suffix P represents the charges is occurs due to the polarization process. So very simple, when the external electric field is applied, dipoles are created. So within this dotted line, all the charges will cancel out each other, and finally only the n charges only present. So this n charge is minus sigma p and plus sigma p, that is the polarization charges. So this is the external electric field applied, external electric field E naught. So what is inside the dielectrics? Inside the dielectric, the positive charge is here and the negative charge is here. So due to this developed charges in the dielectric material, the field is along this direction. So we can represent this electric field with suffix P, that is due to the polarization process. So this applied electric field, external electric field, and the induced electric field are equal and opposite. So we have to subtract these two things. We get the total resultant electric field. So the applied electric field is more strength than the developed charge electric field. So the resultant electric field will be move along the external electric field direction. So again I will say that, so this is external applied electric field. This electric field is due to the induced charges in the dielectric material due to the polarization process. So these two are equal, opposite sense. So this is more stronger than this one. So the resultant electric field will move along the direction of external applied electric field direction, and hence we can put the equation, the resultant electric field is equal to applied electric field minus the electric field due to the polarized charges. So this electric field inside the any plane sheet or that is a material, so E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. We put sigma P by epsilon naught. So this is the resultant electric field when the dielectric is placed in the external electric field. Okay, so the electric field resultant electric field direction is along the applied electric field direction. Next we will see that what is dielectric constant. Here the dielectric constant, we can represent dielectric constant in the first chapter itself, that is x lambda r. Relative permittivity is also called as a dielectric constant. I told in that session itself, we will see detail in the capacitors session. So that is, this is x lambda r is also called as a dielectric constant. We can represent dielectric constant as a k, that is a kappa. Okay, so k is equal to E naught by E. So you may ask the question, how sir the external applied electric field by the resultant electric field? So this is a vacuum, the electric field due to the free space, this is electric field due to the material, because this resultant electric field is represents the electric field of the dielectric material after the insertion of the dielectric material in the external electric field. So this is a medium electric field, this is a free space electric field. Just to recall these things, so E naught by E naught is a free space electric field and E is a medium electric field. So 1 by 4 pi x lambda naught q by r squared, and 1 by 4 pi x lambda only comes, so that is a medium permittivity, which is equal to x lambda naught into x lambda r q by r square. So q by r square 1 by 4 pi x lambda, 1 by 4 pi x lambda get cancelled, we get only 1 by x lambda r. It will comes to this side, it is x lambda r. So we can represent this x lambda relative permittivity as a k, that is both are represent the dielectric constant, hence we can put k is equal to E naught by E. So these things you no need to write in the exam point of view. For the explanation purpose, I will detail explain to you. So hence the what is the definition of the dielectric constant? Simply E naught by E. E naught is applied electric field and E is a electric field after the inserting a dielectric material in the two parallel plates. Okay, so that is E naught divided by E is equal to E naught minus EP. So we can put E naught minus EP. EP is a electric field in the dielectric material due to polarized charges. So as in the this process, it is very evidently when the electric field is applied, electric field is increases, polarization process also increases. That is, a polarization vector is directly proportional to electric field vector. So this proportionality can be removed by x lambda naught into psi. So this is the electric susceptibility, a new constant will be are inserted. This is also represents the electrical nature of the material. So x lambda naught, what is x lambda? Permittivity means mere it represents the physical meaning is it will permit the electric field lines pass through it. So both are constant. So to remove the proportionality, we put a two constant x lambda naught into psi. So what is this psi? So psi is a electric susceptibility. So we can represent as a psi. So psi is equal to p by x lambda naught into x e vector. That is, this psi is here, we have to bring the e vector and psi to the denominator of p vector. Yes, hence it is shown in this expression. So p vector and c vector are simply, it describes the electrical behavior of the dielectrics. So what is dielectrics? Again we will recall that dielectrics is an insulator. It will possess the dipole moment, that is, it will generate or develop the electrical dipoles when the external electric field is applied. Some of the dielectrics will possess the dipole moment even in the absence of external applied electric field. That dielectrics is called as a polar dielectrics. These are all the things we are already studied. Now we are going to see that what is the relation between psi and kappa, that is a dielectric constant. Psi is electrical susceptibility, and K is a dielectric constant. So already we know that E is equal to E naught minus EP. So that is we are seen in this question. So when the dielectric is placed in the external electric field, we get the resultant electric field vector as a E vector is equal to E naught minus EP. E naught is a applied electric field, EP is a electric field due to the induced charges. So E naught minus EP. So EP is equal to sigma p by x lambda naught. So this will represent the polarization vector. So the electric field vector due to the polarized charges is equal to p vector by x lambda naught. So polarized charges means dipole charges. minus. So P vector by x lambda naught. So we have to substitute this equation here. E is equal to E naught minus P vector by x lambda naught. So E is equal to E naught minus, instead of this P vector, we have to substitute this equation. So P vector, which is equal to polarization vector, is equal to x lambda naught into psi E vector. So I have to substitute this equation here. So we get x lambda naught psi E by x lambda naught. X lambda naught get cancelled. So next step, we are dividing both the sides by E vector. So here E vector divided by E vector divided by E vector, and E vector get cancelled. We get 1 E naught by E vector, we get E naught by E vector minus divided by E vector get cancelled. Only psi is present. So 1 minus E naught by E vector minus psi. So E naught by E is, yes, we are already studied the dielectric constant, which is equal to ratio of the electric field, applied electric field by the resultant electric field after the insertion of dielectric material. So we can represent this equation as a K. So then K is a dielectric constant is equal to 1 plus psi E. This is a famous relation between the electrical susceptibility and the dielectric constant. This relation is very important for problem point of view.